Okay, let's get real for a second about what it takes to build a truly successful dental practice today. It's not just about how good you are with a drill anymore. It's about becoming a leader in your community. It's about figuring out how your brand can be part of your patients' daily lives, not just a place they have to visit twice a year.
All right, first things first. We have to know who we're actually talking to, because the person making the health decisions for the family today, they've changed, and their expectations are completely different from any generation before them.
And this isn't a trick question. It's not just about who picked up the phone to book an appointment. It's about who is choosing the long-term health partner for their entire family. If you get this wrong, you're basically shouting your message into the wind. Yep, the millennial parent. They are now the primary drivers of these choices, and you have to understand they're wired differently. They grew up online. They can smell inauthentic marketing a mile away, and they look at health and wellness as a whole lifestyle, not just a series of appointments.
This table really just nails the new dynamic, doesn't it? Millennial parents don't want a service provider. They want a partner. They aren't looking for a quick fix. They're looking for someone who fits into their life. They see oral health as just one piece of the giant wellness puzzle, and they're looking for a guide to help them put it all together.
Okay, so now that we know who we're talking to, let's look at a huge, and I mean huge vulnerability baked right into the traditional dental business model.
Think about it. For a typical patient family, this is how many days a year your brand actually has a real, meaningful conversation with them. Just 2 days during their 6-month checkups. That's it.
And this is the number of days your brand is completely silent. In those 363 days, you're out of sight, out of mind, and that leaves this valuable patient relationship totally exposed to your competitors. So we call this the brand gap. And it's not just some passive, missed opportunity, it's an active business risk. We all know that for a family, switching dentists is a pain. That means once you earn their loyalty, it's incredibly valuable. Well, the brand gap is where that loyalty goes to die.
So how have we as an industry tried to bridge this loyalty gap? Well, let's be honest, some of our methods are feeling a little, dated.
And this just says it all, right? The modern parent who's already tracking their kids' sleep, nutrition, and screen time on an app is not impressed by a sticker chart. And their kids who are building entire worlds in Roblox could not care less about a plastic spider ring from a treasure chest. These old tactics just don't offer any real value anymore.
Which brings us to a really critical point. At its core, your brand is a promise. And in a crowded market, your promise can't just be, we do good cleanings. That's just the price of entry. The promise has to be something more. It has to be a promise of a true partnership in their family's health.
So, this leads us to the solution, the fundamental strategic shift that can completely change the game for your practice. This is the new model, being a community health leader. It means you stop being a place they just visit for care, and you start being a partner in their daily wellness journey. It's how you close that 363-day brand gap by becoming a valuable part of their life at home.
And when you make this shift, everything changes. You're not just another appointment they have to keep. You become woven into the fabric of their family's health routine. You start building loyalty that's based on real trust and daily value, not just convenience.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great in a presentation, but how on earth do you actually do it? How do you scale this? How do you get your brand into someone's home every day without being, creepy or annoying? The answer is you have to leverage the right kind of technology, a tool that parents actually want to use because it solves a real problem for them and that kids are excited about.
And a perfect example of a tool designed to bring this whole community health leader strategy to life is the ERNX app. It's built specifically to turn the chore of oral hygiene into a game.
The way it works is it's brilliant in its simplicity. After a checkup, your practice gives the family some ERNX points for free. Then, the parent gets to be the hero at home, handing out those points for brushing, flossing, you name it. And the kids? They cash in those points for rewards they genuinely want. It creates this amazing positive cycle that starts and ends with your practice.
And this right here is the magic ingredient. We are not talking about more plastic junk. We're talking about the actual currency of a kid's world. Roblox V-Bucks, Amazon gift cards, Nintendo credit. This is the stuff they are already begging their parents for. It completely reframes oral care from a nightly battle into a game they actually want to win.
And boom! This slide just captures the entire transformation. You've solved one of the biggest daily pain points for a parent. You're not just telling them to do something, you're giving them a solution. And for the kid, your brand is now connected to fun and winning. That is an incredibly powerful emotional connection.
Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk ROI.
how does all of this feel-good community health leader stuff actually connect back to the numbers that a CEO or a practice owner really cares about?
So, let's just recap the core business case here. You're aligning your practice with the expectations of today's key decision maker. You're closing that massive brand gap with daily touchpoints that build incredible loyalty. You're making a big, high-level strategy simple and actionable. And, most importantly, you are creating what we call brand stickiness that dramatically lowers the risk of losing your most valuable patients, families.
And really, that's the final thought I want to leave you with. Your brand is your promise. And today, that promise isn't just delivered in the dental chair. It's delivered through the digital tools you use every single day. So the question is your current technology stack built for the past, or is it designed to make you a true health leader for the future of your community?